In this update, I'd like to ask about Finesse. What is it supposed to do for the core game?
Yeah, so the basic idea of Project L's gameplay is to using your 3 action and optimizing them to finish most puzzles at the shortest amount of time. So there is this idea of optimal strategy that you can do based on what's available on the board. Now, we wanted to change this a bit and provide other things that you can look at, and other options and other decisions that you might want to do in the game to make it more interesting. And that's why we added the finesses, which are these tiles, and each of them has a different goal and gets you a reward when you achieve them.
Okay, different set of goals, all right. So can you give me an example of a goal that I might have to reach?
Right, so this one with the arrow, that means an upgrade action. So every time you do an upgrade action in this particular round, each finesse tile is tied to one round of the game. So if I do an upgrade action, which means just taking a larger piece instead of a small piece, at the end of the round I get a credit for how many times I've did that. If I add these types of pieces into any kind of puzzles, so for example I would add this one, then I get 1 credit for that. Or these are for different pieces that I have at the end of the round in my supply.
All right, you mentioned the credits. What can you get for them in terms of gameplay?
Yeah, that's the interesting part, that you actually don't get points. You get credits, and anytime during your round you can spend 2 credits to do an extra action during your round. So you can do 4 or 5 or maybe 6 action rounds, which just opens a completely different possibilities of what you can achieve. You might want to spend them early to boost your engine, or keep all the credits until the end and do a monster 8 action round, or anything between them. And the interesting part for me is that you don't actually get, you achieve something but you don't get points. You get the opportunity to get points later by doing extra actions.
But this whole system with the goals and the rewards didn't always used to look like that. There were not these goals on the table.
Yeah, and now you can see all the goals for every round of the game in front of you, so you can create a strategy in your head. But it used to be completely different. It actually started out as these personal goals, which was a deck of goals, and players were drawing from them. So you draw 2, and maybe you wanted to fulfill one of them. So here, complete a puzzle with this reward. So we had to complete a specific puzzle, and you get points. But it was way too random, and different players got different goals. So maybe you could hit a goal that you were actually completing before you knew you were going to get that goal, which was just different. It was weird. So the solution was to put all the goals on the table right during the setup and make them say the same goals for every player. So everyone had the opportunity to go for them, and not just the player who draw them.
Okay. All right, that's it for today's update. Thank you so much. We'll see you in about 2 days.
Thanks.